Now, going on to the culture part of the podcast, you have libertysafe. They have a response to their business blunder, and it was still epically roasted. Now, a little bit of background on this, if you're just tuning into this topic for the first time, libertysafe was one of the most well-known, respected manufacturers of safes in the United States, making a high percentage of gun safes, but also having safes for everything, all your business needs. A lot of people bought them for fire suppression. We actually throw some files in there. In the United States, you have to have receipts saved for 7 years if you own a business. And they're well established, great Utah-based company. Everyone trusted them. Life was good. And then, dear God, it came out that one of the January 6th defendees, they had a safe, and the FBI apparently called up libertysafe, said, hey, can you open this for us? And they acquiesced immediately. They gave them a code. So it turns out there's a backdoor built into all these safes, both with the old-fashioned rotating combination as well as the digital. And it gets even worse than that. Not only from a security vulnerability perspective, having a master list like that is mentally vacuous to say the least, but they also acquiesce to just the smallest of asks from the government entities. In some cases, they did not even ask for a subpoena to be named. Now, traditionally, if a company had integrity, libertysafe would only give up that data if they actually had a warrant or a subpoena issued right to them saying, hey, you, libertysafe, must give this over by order of a judge. Now, granted, the United States pretty much bends over giving the judges whatever they want these days when it comes to working against the citizens, kind of like a FISA warrant. They died like 6 in the past decades. That's the committee that's actually supposed to protect your privacy, where the government goes to this court, they say, hey, we want to spy on this person, say yes or no, and they overwhelmingly say, it's like 99.99% say yes. Another issue for another time. So libertysafe acquiesced in 2 regards, and it went viral. And it's one of those issues where when a company goes viral, and they traditionally haven't, it's usually really good, or I would say more often than not, it's really bad. Kind of like this podcast. I couldn't help but notice I got a video, I got a lot of views. I go, oh, that's great. And there's a Joe Rogan, Jeff Gaffigan? Who's that? Yeah, I think that was an interview. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Record number of views. What are people saying? Oh, dear God. A lot of critique on that video. Granted, I learned a little bit from the critiques, and that's how I helped the channel grow and develop, as well as myself grow and develop. So it was appreciated, but then, of course, you have maybe 20% just saying you suck. I'm like, well, that's not very quantifiable. It doesn't really help me improve my research or my perspective. But thanks for tuning in. So, nevertheless, going back to libertysafe, so that original statement where they said, oh, yeah, we're going to acquiesce, this is what happened. That's up to 17.4 million views where they said, oh, yeah, we were contacted by the FBI. We gave them the access code. So, for a company that, again, they have very few followers on Twitter, now X. Granted, I'm not one to brag. I think I have 230. You can still follow me, though, at NICTOPPING. Yes, just like pizza. And it looks like the response, well, it didn't do so well. So I'm going to read their response. And the reactions, of course, are, as you would expect, they roasted them. Now, actually, they have so much content they try to put on 3 pages. Quite ambitious, libertysafe. Now, this is libertysafe's commitment to customer choice. Okay. Quote, at libertysafe, we are dedicated to safeguarding the rights and privacy of all our customers. It is a promise that remains deeply personal to all our employees and leadership. Our company, one of America's oldest and largest safe manufacturers, was founded on the belief that Americans should have the fundamental right to protect and safeguard their valuables and property. As a courtesy to our customers, libertysafe has long adhered to an industry standard by maintaining a secure database of factory-set combinations. This practice helps customers regain access to their safe for a wide range of reasons, including loss of the original combination, service requests, and warranty issues. libertysafe processes over 4,000 requests of this type annually and provides a combination to safe owners only once they provide clear documentation of their identity and their ownership of the safe. We listen to our customers and update our products and policies in response to their evolving needs. Today, we are announcing a change that empowers our customers and with greater control over their information, effective immediately. Existing customers can visit www.libertysafe.com/pages/combination-removal and fill out the form to have their records of their access codes expunged. In this coming weeks, we will release a feature that gives every new customer this option when registering the safe. This change allows for customers to take control of how their information is stored and protected. We understand that many of our customers are willing to assume the responsibility of safeguarding their own combination, while those who opt out of our data storage process will have limited recourse in case of a lost combination. We respect their choice and are here to support them in the way that's best for them. We have also reviewed our policies around cooperation with law enforcement. Going forward, we will require a subpoena that legally compels libertysafe to supply access codes, but can only do so if these codes exist in our system. Our mission is to protect what matters most to our customers. Whether it be valuables or privacy, it's our pledge to continue to make excellent products that serve gun owners everywhere. Unquote. Ow. I rolled my eye back so hard in my head, it almost hurt. Because all these, it's almost like a political statement. There's so much BS. And again, one of the biggest issues of, they say it's a secure database. My company does IT security. I can tell you right now, this company does not take IT security seriously. Now, it's one of those things where, just think about it from a security perspective. What if a hacker goes after libertysafe? They break into their system, pretty darn easy, and they find a huge database of all the safes, all accommodations. Oh yeah, they have the owner's information, the addresses. So now they don't even have to try. They just break down the door of the house, and they have the combination. And just break open. They don't even have to break open the safe. They open the safe. So it's one of the dumbest policies I've ever heard. And now they're going to require legal documentation from the government instead of just acquiescing to someone asking on the phone. Because, again, there are a couple of unverified instances where this happened, but there's more and more people coming up saying this situation happened where they gave over the codes without an actual subpoena naming them. Ridiculous. Morally vacuous? I'd say so. Against the consumers? Yeah, obviously. Now, in just one day, that tweet got 2.9 million views. And it did get some likes, presumably by feds. It got 3,971 likes. Now, that gives you a ratio of 0.14%. Perhaps there's mostly feds and then 8 people that believe them. Which again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. A wise man once said. Now, looks like the top responses were, of course, highly entertaining and accurate. Now, this one comes from Mostly Peaceful Meme. We actually had a text and a meme. The meme was a gal going like, apparently for some Disney show, and it said, quote, "We will totally delete your data and not give it to the feds anymore," unquote. And it got 72.3 thousand views and 6,576 likes. That's one of the best ratios on the planet. Or as Trump might say, the best ratio on the planet, bar none. That's 9.1%. No one even comes close to that. I'm sorry, I just felt compelled to give you a fun little vocal impression of the day. Now, that is astronomically a great ratio. Now, it looks like someone by the name of Not K said, quote, "The answer libertysafe should have given is give the customer the manager code so the customer can change it. Therefore, the FBI and libertysafe no longer has access anymore to the safe." Unquote. Damn good point. That got 40,500 likes and 40,500 views and 970 likes. So, pretty good. The ratio going down a little bit to 2.4%. I just have somebody by the name of Grummy saying, quote, "It's too late for this. Too many cases, too many companies. It's time to stand firm now and end the inch-by-inch betrayal of our freedoms through boycott and closing of this company." That person got 62,000 views. And apologies, I did not get the likes at the time, so now it's up to 71.2 thousand views and 3,903 likes, which quite compelling. You also have a person by the name of Cheap Trumpster saying, quote, "You betrayed your customer base," unquote. They got 4,363 views and 315 likes, giving the ratio of 7.2%. Pretty darn good, I would say. And it's one of those instances where if you sell a product that's primarily overwhelmingly used for firearms, most of the people buying them believe in the Second Amendment, presumably, unless they're the fudsters or the fools who acquiesce to the idea of, oh yeah, you only need a hunting rifle. They'll never take that from me. Morons. mentally vacuous fools, not realizing if they ever read a history book, they would realize if you give them an inch and if you give them a mile, and in the United States alone, you've seen them erode the Second Amendment by slowly chiseling it away and decreasing the ways and amount you're able to protect yourself. But one would think if you're catering towards that market, you would have the same ideals and philosophies about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Although, I don't think too many people should be too surprised given where this company's come from. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, I know it's ambitious, but we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of September. So if you click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, I really appreciate the feedback as we try to make the show better and better. Slowly but surely, perhaps, getting better at my enunciation and slowing down my speech patterns, as many of you in the comments noted that was something you did not appreciate and you wanted me to work on. So that's something where we're working together to make this show better and better. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.